The Guardians of the Galaxy are cruising across space when they detect a powerful energy signature that leads them to a hidden ship. Inside, they are confronted by a squadron of Kree soldiers, led by Nebula and Ronan the Accuser, both furious with the Guardians for giving away their location. It's soon revealed that Nebula and Ronan were hiding the 6 Infinity Stones from Thanos. However, the ship is suddenly attacked by Proxima Midnight, leading an army of Outriders. Before the villains can take the stones, Star-Lord manages to grab the Space Stone and wishes for his team and the stones to be somewhere safe. This is the story of Marvel Ultimate Alliance, the Black Order. As always, beware of spoilers and enjoy the story. The Guardians find themselves on the raft on Earth, where the prisoners are breaking out of their cells. They soon encounter Spider-Man, teaming up with him to help him with locking the prisoners back up. Spider-Man reveals that they are on their own, as they need to keep the force field on to keep the more dangerous villains in.
Then you're lucky some of us still have a way in.
Just then, Nick Fury arrives with Captain America and several of the Avengers, all of whom were teleported into the prison. Fury reveals that thanks to Star-Lord, the Infinity Stones have been scattered across the Earth. With Star-Lord still having the Space Stone in his possession, the heroes continue through the raft and defeat several of the escaping villains while encountering several other heroes along the way. They soon head to the roof, where the escaped Green Goblin reveals that he has the Time Stone, using its power to fight the heroes. However, he loses control and gets stuck in a time loop.
The future is mine too.
He is pulled into a portal and sees a vision of the future where the Black Order has brought Thanos all the stones, and Thanos has seemingly destroyed all of his opposition with their power.
This is how it all ends. I shall be waiting here for you.
Star-Lord takes the stone from the shell-shocked Goblin, while Luke Cage reveals that the heroes have a lead, as Kingpin has come into possession of an unusual gem, possibly another Infinity Stone. The heroes navigate Kingpin's lair and its numerous traps, teaming up with the Defenders along the way. They are confronted by a mind-controlled Elektra and Bullseye, but eventually defeat them before reaching Kingpin himself. They discover he does not have one of the Infinity Stones, but rather a mysterious gem that enhances his physical strength. Upon his defeat, Iron Man takes the mysterious gem to Avengers Tower for further analysis. At the Avengers Tower, Vision helps Iron Man study the gem, learning that it has the power to enhance the abilities of anyone who possesses it, and that it is generated in the presence of immense cosmic power such as the Infinity Stones. Before they can get any more information, the tower is attacked by Ultron and his sentries. As they help repair the damage to the tower's defenses, the heroes confront Ultron, who has the Mind Stone. Ultron reveals that the stone had allowed him to bypass the limitations of his mind, allowing him knowledge formerly beyond his reach. The heroes manage to defeat Ultron, who tells them that the battle has only just begun, and that he has bigger plans for them before deactivating. This ominous warning is immediately followed by the sudden appearance of Ultimo. Since Ultimo's mind had already been deleted, Ultron is able to take control of his body with little effort. Before Ultimo can do too much damage, Hawkeye arrives in a Quinjet with Ant-Man. Who turns into his giant form to keep Ultimo occupied. Vision and the heroes use the distraction to breach Ultron's firewalls and bury his mind deep within the Mind Stone. However, it turns out his last action of searching for a new host body had inadvertently activated a squadron of Sentinels. The heroes arrive at the Xavier Mansion, where Colossus and Cyclops are already fighting off the Sentinels. Nightcrawler and Psylocke join the fight as well, as Beast reveals that the X-Men have the Power Stone in their possession. A stray Sentinel attacks and identifies the stone as an alternate power source, using it to transform into the Infinity Sentinel. Despite the heroes' best efforts to destroy it, the Infinity Sentinel doesn't stay down for long.
Come now, Cyclops. When has following you ever done our kind any good?
As it manages to get back up, Magneto arrives with Mystique and Juggernaut and tears the Sentinel apart with his powers. Cyclops proposes an alliance, but Magneto refuses, flinging both him and Colossus into the trees nearby. Afterwards, Magneto sends the rest of the heroes into the mansion before ordering Juggernaut to demolish the building. The mystically empowered mutant chases the X-Men and the other heroes around. When he plows his way through the kitchen, he ends up drawing the wrath of Deadpool for ruining Taco Night.
Okay, that's it! Someone's about to get a kick square in the chimichangas!
Magneto then finishes destroying the mansion by lifting the entire building off of its foundation with the help of the Power Stone. The battle between the mutants comes to a sudden halt as Proxima arrives to take the Infinity Stones with Corvus Glaive at her side. With no other choice, Magneto relents to an alliance with the heroes. However, when the two villains prove too powerful for them to handle, everyone escapes through a portal to another dimension opened by Scarlet Witch. The heroes end up in the Dark Dimension, where they find Elsa Bloodstone fighting off a swarm of mindless creatures. Elsa explains that rifts to the Dark Dimension have been popping up on Earth, and she jumped in to hold back the tide of monsters. The heroes begin to seal the rifts, meeting Ghost Rider along the way. And later find Doctor Strange near one of the rifts. Strange explains that Dormammu has the Reality Stone and is seeking to use its power to merge their universe with the Dark Dimension. The heroes soon fight and apparently destroy Dormammu, claiming the Reality Stone. However, Dormammu begins reforming, since his power is endless in the Dark Dimension. With retreat being the only option, Doctor Strange combines the power of the Reality Stone with his magic, opening a portal back to the normal universe, managing to escape just in time. Unfortunately, this also drops them in the Inhuman city of Attilan, where Queen Medusa and the Inhuman King Black Bolt are not pleased to find outsiders in their kingdom. Just then, a gravely wounded Gorgon arrives, forcing everyone to put the matter on hold. In the infirmary, the heroes meet Thane, the half-inhuman son of Thanos. Thane explains that he sought refuge in Attilan to escape the wrath of his father. As Gorgon recovers, the heroes get an emergency alert over the Avengers radio and learn that the Winter Soldier is calling for backup in Wakanda. Winter Soldier had infiltrated AIM, but when he learned they had the Soul Stone, he blew his cover in order to retrieve it. Arriving in Wakanda, the heroes and Thane take out numerous AIM soldiers and are soon joined by Storm. The heroes make their way to the palace, but find MODOK using the Soul Stone to corrupt the souls of the Dora Milaje, putting them under his control. The heroes are forced to retreat to an underground burial chamber, but MODOK chases them and steals the souls of his own AIM soldiers to power up. However, he is defeated, prompting Black Panther to use the stone to summon the spirits of ancient Wakandan warriors, which intimidates MODOK into fleeing. The Soul Stone is encased in amber by Thane, along with the other 5 stones. Thane notes he can hear the stones whispering to him for freedom. To the frustration of the heroes, Proxima and Corvus show up again, this time with even more members of the Black Order. The heroes prepare themselves for the inevitable battle, only for Thane to offer them the stones and his own life in exchange for sparing the heroes. Ebony recognizes Thane as Thanos' offspring and takes the deal, as Proxima uses the Space Stone to teleport the heroes away. Arriving in a barren wasteland, Thor identifies their current location as Hel. They learn that they must meet with Hela in order to escape. Meeting Hela at her throne, the goddess of death is not pleased to have unwanted guests, and summons Surtur to fight the heroes before leaving to collect fresh souls. With Hela gone, the path to Asgard is reopened, allowing Thor to summon the Bifrost and transport everyone to the Rainbow Bridge. Thor then lands the final blow on Surtur, sending the Lord of Muspelheim plummeting into the abyss below. Entering Asgard, the heroes find Odin, who using his powers of divination, warns the heroes that the Black Order has attacked nowhere and that Thanos will not be far behind.
Of the universe. A place once teeming with life. Now being swallowed whole by the shadow of death.
When the heroes arrive in nowhere, they find the place being assailed by Thanos' army, with the Nova Corps struggling to hold them off. After quelling the invasion, the heroes begin reclaiming the Infinity Stones from the Black Order. They first confront Ebony Maw for the Soul Stone, and then defeat Supergiant to retrieve the Mind Stone. After defeating Cull Obsidian and taking back the Power Stone, Cull sends the heroes flying by causing a huge explosion.
Detonation.
The heroes then defeat Corvus Glaive, who holds the Reality Stone and is sent hurtling off into space. Finally, the heroes fight Proxima Midnight, who is in possession of the Space Stone. When she is defeated, she warps in the rest of the Black Order for one final battle. Just before they can fight, Thane stops everyone in their tracks with the Time Stone. He sees value in the Black Order, pondering what all of the assembled warriors could do together before echoes of memories remind him that he's not Thanos. As if on cue, Thanos shows up and knocks Thane down from behind before claiming all of the stones. With the gauntlet completed, the Mad Titan teleports all of the heroes to the Sanctuary. Before Thanos could fight the heroes, Thane arrives and takes the gauntlet for himself. Using it to summon and equip the Infinity Armor. Now bent on destroying the current universe and creating a perfect one in its place, he transports all present to the heart of infinity where the stones were created for the true final battle. Thanos decides he has no choice but to ally himself with the heroes to defeat Thane. During the battle, Thane loses control of the armor's omnipotent power, as Thanos points out that the Infinity Armor is far too powerful for any mortal being to contain, stating that there was a reason he chose to wear only the gauntlet. The heroes beg Thanos to save Thane, and though hesitant at first, Thanos decides to do so.
What are you doing now, tyrant?
What I should have done long ago.
Grabbing the gauntlet, Thanos causes himself and Thane to vanish, leaving only the Infinity Stones behind. The Nova Corps arrive and capture the Black Order, while the heroes decide to scatter the stones across the universe to keep them safe. Doctor Strange, Thor, Black Panther, Captain Marvel, Iron Man, and the Guardians each take a stone to hide, hoping to come up with enough time to create a plan to prevent such an event from occurring ever again.
And if not, well, we can always do this whole team-up thing again, right?
If you enjoyed this video, check out these other stories on the channel, and be sure to like and subscribe, and turn on notifications for new content every week. Thanks for watching, and I'll be seeing you in another Game Lore.